And some people don't even look at fat. Forget about eating fat. They don't even look at fat. They just shun fat. Actually, fat is very good for health. Fat is good for the heart. And fat must be eaten. But in moderation. You don't gorge on fat. But fat is not bad. Whoever has told fat is bad have based that on a wrong study. And this, I'll tell you the study. There's a man called Ansel Keys. Ansel Keys was a biochemist. His wife was a physiologist. So two of them together got a grant, nearly $50,000 from the government, to study the effect of fat on heart. So they went on a honeymoon tour of about 22 countries, collecting data about fat and heart disease. They collected and then came home. When they plotted it on the graph, they found there's no correlation between the two at all, the amount of fat you eat and heart disease. They can't give that data to the government because $56,000 will have to be returned, or they'll not get the next grant. So what they did was they sat at night and removed country by country by country. From the 22 countries, they reduced it to 7 countries, where there was some sort of a correlation. So they called it the famous Ansel Case 7-country study. And today what you read in the textbooks or on the newspaper is 7-country study, which says fat is the cause of heart disease, fat is the cause of atherosclerosis, which comes down, etc., etc. It's all myth, but it still gets perpetuated because that was done because Ansel Case had to keep his grant going and get the next grant coming. If you go through most of the studies in medicine, they are based on this kind of a data. So don't believe most of what is said. And very interesting thing is, when you get, when something is not good, your body tells you it's not good. Supposing you overeat, let us say, you eat more, then you feel uneasy. Have you ever felt that? You don't feel easy. If you eat little less than what you think you can, then you are comfortable. Supposing you think you can eat 4 chapatis and end up with only eating 2 chapatis, you are very comfortable that day. If you think you can eat 4 chapatis and by mistake the chapati is so good that you eat, that's very nice of you. So a very good man. I just wanted some hot water. So he has thought about it, not forgotten it. And now it's all right. Don't worry. And he has brought it. Good man. Your blood pressure will come down. So, eating in moderation is a very good thing, healthy thing, and your own body tells you it's good. Actually, if you eat very early in the evening and then take about 3 hours before you go to bed, you will get very good sleep and you feel comfortable. Supposing you gorge a lot of food, let us say there's a conference and it ends at 10 o'clock, it usually runs behind time, most conferences do, and then you go and eat. There's a lot of food because it's Taj Vivanta and the food is good and the chicken is very nice, so eat a lot, then go home, you feel discomfort, then you lie down, you don't get sleep. And even if you do get sleep, it's not a comfortable sleep. Whereas you eat very early, like the Jains, before the sun sets, and then sleep after 10 o'clock, you get sound sleep without any problem whatsoever. So, your own body tells you what is good and what is bad, instead of the doctor telling you what is good and what is bad. Now, don't overeat, number 1. Number 2, do not eat when you are not hungry. In nature, no animal eats when it is not hungry, except man. Because you are told in school, you must have a breakfast at 8 o'clock, and lunch at 1 o'clock, and evening tea at 4 o'clock, otherwise tea break is all broken. Then you have an evening dinner. No, you feel hungry, eat, whatever time it is. And whatever meal you want to call it, doesn't matter. But eat. But don't eat when you're not hungry. And after you eat, don't gorge very fast. Now, I like that man saying 2 minutes for breakfast is bad, because even if you wait 2 minutes, you eat a lot of breakfast, your brain doesn't get the message, because it takes about 45 minutes for the message to go from the stomach to the brain saying that, well, I am full now, I don't want any more food. So if you eat gradually, slowly, yes sir? If you eat gradually and slowly, your stomach will tell your brain, now look, this is enough, we don't want any more. Or the stomach will tell, we want more, and it's not enough. So you do it slowly, take your own time, and then eat in comfort. Now what you eat is not important. This is very important.
Manaraki.
What you eat is least important. You can eat anything you like. A lot of people are there. They sit and say, does it contain cholesterol? Does it contain fat? Is it oil? Is it oily? It's oil filled? It's deep fried? Why are you worried? Irrespective of what it is, do you like it? Eat it. But don't overeat it. And eat it less than what you think you should eat. And that's the principle for food. And I'm not going to tell you what diet to take. Now, if I were to tell you something, I would be happy if you are a vegetarian. Because we are physiologically vegetarians. Look at our teeth. Look at our gut, which is about 29 feet. Meat-eating animal like even a ferocious lion is only about 8 feet cut. So whatever it eats now will go out in 4 hours time. Whatever you eat today, it will go out either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So it will remain inside. And second thing is, meat-eating animals do not eat cooked meat. Only man eats cooked meat. Cooked meat is poison. When meat is cooked, the chemicals change and the amino acids fuse. And cooked meat is not a diet at all. I don't know why we eat cooked meat at all. A lot of people think if you don't eat meat, you don't get protein. I tell them, you come and see our elephants in the temples. They don't eat meat at all. They eat only leaves. And if you can fight an elephant and win, then I think meat eating is better. And very interestingly, when you eat vegetables, you feel very comfortable. You are not very ferocious also. When you eat meat, you are very ferocious. You want to feel like fighting with someone. But the vegetarian food will give you, the sattvic diet will give you tranquility of mind, which is a very important part.